As we mentioned before the break, U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has designs on acquiring Greenland. It's a self-governing territory, part of the Kingdom of Denmark. And predictably, Trump's ambitions are all the talk in Denmark. Here are a few recent headlines in some Danish papers. And I don't think you need to be able to speak Danish to get the gist of these headlines. So joining us for more is Stephanie Surge. She's an international correspondent for the Danish public broadcaster. She's preparing a program for her network on Trump's Arctic ambitions. And Stephanie, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. So how big of a story? I mean, it's a huge story in Canada. I'm sure it's a huge story in Denmark. Tell us about it.
It's the only story in Denmark, and it's been evolving for 2 days with news from both the U.S., from Greenland, and from the Danish government. So I've had the feeling that I wasn't even able to go wash my hands. Coming back, there was new breaking news here in Denmark. So it's all everybody's talking about.
And what are people saying about it?
People are surprised. We were surprised 5 years ago, which was first time Donald Trump shared his thoughts on maybe buying Greenland. At that time, the Danish PM, Ms. Frederiksen, she said that was an absurd discussion. It made Donald Trump quite angry, and he canceled a state visit to Denmark. So this time, we are in a completely different situation. Everybody seems to understand that Donald Trump means this in a very serious way. And the Danish government is trying to both stay close to the U.S. The Danish PM still calls the U.S. a very close ally. But also there's been a lot of diplomatic negotiations and corridor talks going on between both D.C., Nuuk, the capital of Greenland, and of course Copenhagen here in Denmark.
You know, the key difference I think that a lot of people have been making in terms of Donald Trump's threats towards the Panama Canal, Canada and Greenland, is that in Canada the difference is he ruled out military action. He's calling it economic coercion. He has not ruled out military action on Greenland. I mean, how are people responding to that? How are people, leaders in Denmark and in Greenland, responding to that?
I think that kind of changed the whole situation a little bit from maybe also in Greenland, people being maybe flattered, interested by this interest from the U.S. to a state of what is actually going on. What could this actually mean? In Denmark, too, even though they're trying not to enter a full-scale diplomatic conflict with the U.S., it's clear that there is a need to state that Greenland, for now, is a part of the Kingdom of Denmark. It has a vast type of self-government. It does not have autonomy when it comes to foreign policies, when it comes to security policies, but I mean, after yesterday, the Greenlandic head of government came to Denmark. He rescheduled a visit that he had actually canceled. He rescheduled and chose today to spend an hour with the King of Denmark in the castle here in Copenhagen in Denmark. So I think that the not wanting to rule out military or economic pressure kind of made everybody realize that this can get extremely complicated if not this situation is kind of calmed down very soon.
Can you remind us of Greenland's importance, not just to Denmark, but obviously to the United States? And we heard Donald Trump say he needs it for national security purposes.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons that Trump could be interested in Greenland. Financial reasons. First of all, the minerals of Greenland could become a big business. The geopolitical location of Greenland is obviously extremely important, not only for the U.S., also for Denmark when it comes to security, when it comes to Russia. And also financially, as the ice is melting, new sailing routes is opening, could potentially mean a new way for business sailing from Europe to Asia. So there's a lot of reasons why, but I'd say mainly security reasons right now at this time of history, why Donald Trump is looking towards the Arctics.
Stephanie, thank you. That is Stephanie Surge, is a Danish international correspondent for Denmark's public broadcaster.